Hello everybody, and welcome back to my micro channel, Art Whisperer 88. I've been away for a while, but I'm glad to be making videos again for you. Today we will be doing a very simple collage on this background. This is a textured background made with a large format jelly plate. I will be using some pieces of paper like tissue paper. This is copy paper that I've made some random lines with an app called Paint, different thicknesses of black lines. And I also have another piece here with thinner lines. I think they would work nicely with this red background for contrast. So I have in advance cut this piece of black tissue paper and made the layout so everything will go smoothly, hopefully, during the video. I'm also using this recycled paper stencil from one of my previous videos. It is it has a nice bright blue color, which I think would go very nicely with this cadmium orange. So without any further ado, I'm going to start doing the collage. As usual, I will be using my favorite adhesive, Mod Podge. This is a matte finish, which I like a lot. When it dries almost invisible. So it doesn't show any distracting shine, and it's very discreet. So I'm going to start out with the tissue paper and start priming the area with the Mod Podge. Now, since the tissue paper is very fragile, I'm going to very carefully apply the glue to the back of the tissue paper, being very careful not to rip it because it's quite fragile. I'm going to place it carefully on the surface and very gently brush the tissue so it stays on the paper. So now my next piece is the copy paper, So I do the surface with the Mod Podge, and then I am applying the same to the back to ensure a nice adhesion to the paper. Now this little piece here is actually cut out from the larger piece, and I want to mount it right next to the larger piece. Okay, now I'm going to work on this larger recycled stencil. It is a little bit heavier than the copy paper since it has several layers of paint on it. So I'm going to apply the Mod Podge on the back side to soften it a little bit. It has a little bit of stiffness to it, and I'm hoping that the moisture in the glue will soften the paper. The advantage though of this piece is it's much bigger and more sturdy, so it's a little easier to handle. Again, I'm priming the area that it's supposed to be laid out on. Maybe just a little bit higher. Yeah, right there. So I'm carefully brushing the Mod Podge on top of this piece to make sure that I get rid of all the wrinkles and make sure that the piece adheres properly without any buckling. Now, fortunately, the Mod Podge is very mild and non-toxic, and it does not harm the layer of paper, and that's why I like to use it. I'm going to cut out the final piece, which is a piece of copy paper with some finer black lines. Again, I'm going to apply the glue to the back side. And also prime the area where it's supposed to go. Just making sure that it's properly stuck to the paper, getting rid of all the wrinkles. Okay. That looks about it. I'm going to let this dry for about 15 to 20 minutes, and I will be back to apply some hand-drawn elements to complete the artwork. Be back in a few. So here is the finished print with an additional piece of Japanese lace paper on the top and some hand-drawn elements with black marker. As always, thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe.